Good morning. Can you guys hear me? I hope that this works. I guess we'll find out. So, I was talking on the first video about how my dad has this superpower that when he's here, everything works fine and you have no issues, but as soon as he leaves, he just stuff just does not work. 'Cause I was messaging him yesterday about something completely different, than the live stream, and it was working, and I had sound, and everything worked, but this morning when I went to go plug it into the our camera that we use, it was not liking being woken up so super duper early today, and apparently my sound was not working either. Um, So I know this is a little bit earlier than what we're used to doing, but I wanted to kind of just jump on earlier because I'm actually going to be going out to civils and hanging out with Hope and my dad for a little bit and our youth and bringing them coffee because today is the day that Black Bear opens. We're super excited for Wednesdays. But I kind of wanted to at least come on and kind of share some stuff with you guys. So I don't know if everyone follows Lifeway, but they actually just released the new VBS theme for next year. And I know some of you, especially the ones that have already helped this year, you're like, oh my goodness, Hillary, like, I don't even want to think about that. I'm still recovering. Like, don't worry, you're not the only one. We're still recovering too. Um, Here, let me hide that real quick. Okay, there we go. We're still recovering, don't worry. But Lifeway did release their new theme and it's called Twist and Turns. And it's based off of Psalms 25:4. So I kind of wanted to read that to you guys. So Psalms 25:4 says, show me your ways, Lord, teach me your paths. And in the promotion video yesterday, they were talking about how we always face like these twists and turns in our walk with Christ, and it's not always just a straight and clear path to what we need to do. You know, there are times in our lives where we might feel like God's taking us on one path and he just totally changes direction or shows us, where else he wants us to go. And I think that this theme for next year is going to be really, really good. It is based off of a board game, and I actually looked it up, and yes, it is a real board game, which actually looks pretty fun. It kind of looks like a mix of like Sorry and Shoots and Ladders. But I think the whole premise behind Twist and Turns is going to be really great. I'm really excited for that. And I'm excited to see what kind of music that they come out for it because they did a really good job this year with Spark Studios. So I'm excited to see what happens. So I kind of just wanted to share what that theme looks like. I actually have a a picture. So here's kind of what it's going to look like a little bit. I'm not as good with the graphics because, again, whenever my dad's not here, everything just doesn't seem to work as well. But I'm really excited for next year's VBS theme. I think it's going to be super cool. And I kind of wanted to talk about camps. Um, I've gotten a lot of questions from people about, well, how can I help with camp? I can't go to camp. I don't have time to be a sponsor, and that's fine. Not all of us do, and that's totally cool. But one way, definitely, good morning, Colleen, that you guys can be supporting camps is prayer. we definitely need prayer, praying for the kids that go, that God just opens their heart, um, because we might not all know what everyone's going through, but we're all going through something. And you guys can just be praying that God reaches the kids that we take, not only the kids that we take, but the kids that are just going to these camps. I mean, still, youth camp is still going on right now. Today's only day 3. They still have 2 more days. And I know just prayer is so powerful, and just praying for the kids and praying for the adults because they need it too. And even, adults who go as sponsors, like we still go through stuff as well. And just praying that God really reaches everyone at camp is a great way to support camps, even if you can't go. And I think another way too, and I thought of this because I know, like, when I went to kids camp and I went to youth camp, it was really amazing when people would come up to me just to, like, encourage me. Like, I had someone, I think the last youth camp that I went to as a youth, just, encourage me about, like, like, I'm so excited. I know that God has a lot in store for you. And I know that you're going to have so much fun. So just like personally encouraging, the adults that go to camp as well as the kids. Because some of these kids that we're taking here at the Young Lives Ablaze camp, this is their first time. This is their first time going to camp, and some of them are super nervous about it, and some of the parents are super nervous about it. So I feel like as we as a church can help support camps, as in like encouraging the kids and the adults. I feel like that's super duper important. So I feel like that, to me, those are the two big ways that if you're not able to like physically go to camp and to help, like praying for the students and the adults that are going to be at camp is huge. That's huge. And also like encouraging, because I know, especially if we're going to youth camp this week and then we have Young Lives Ablaze camp the next week, and we maybe get a week break and then we have to immediately go into first and second, just encouraging everyone is super duper important. um, so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I know it's super short, um, but I feel like that's really important. Good morning, Kathy. Really important is that there are other ways to support kids and adults going to camp, and it doesn't have to be financially, it doesn't have to be physically, that you physically have to go. I mean, praying is just like the number one important thing. I don't know what just flew across the screen. um just praying and encouragement. I know that something that my mom is planning on doing for next week for Young Lives Ablaze camp is that she actually asked the parents to write 3 letters to their child, on encouraging them, on reminding them on how much that they're loved, how much, God has blessed them with all sorts of amazing gifts. And, you know, sometimes we forget like how an encouraging word, like how far that goes. It goes so far, and we might not see the effects like right then and there, but later on down the road, I mean, that means like the world to a kid or an adult. Um, so just kind of be thinking about, I mean, you guys can just pray for everyone. You guys can pick people if God has someone on your heart, like please do it. I mean, don't hold back. Like this is camps are one of the biggest outreaches that any church does. I mean, if you really think about it, because a lot of kids who go to camp might not go to church. They might not be, their families might not be involved in a church. Their parents might not know Christ. The kids might not know Christ. I mean, what really gets kids into going to camp is the cool t-shirts and the cool lanyards. I know the director at the student camp right now, like he is so cool. Sam Swan is so amazing. and he definitely knows how to reach teens. And one of the coolest things that I've ever seen him do is they have different, he calls them cluster groups, but basically they're like little like Bible study groups that they break out to in the day. And the way that he puts those together is he has like a really cool like bracelet, and they're colored, and some of them are multicolor, some of them are solid, but teens just love that. I mean, I was a little bit jealous that I wasn't able to get a colored bracelet, but that's what draws teens and kids in is t-shirts, bracelets, even the cool lanyards are super cool, you know, activities. But what we want them to take away is Christ. Like we want them to hear the gospel. We want, and even if they are Christians, like we want them to grow, and encouraging kids who maybe are super nervous about going to camp, who maybe have gone to camps before, but maybe like this is different for them. Maybe, you know, something's going on in their life. And, you know, I mean, just prayer and encouragement, those to me are the two things that stand out to me is, you know, if we can't physically be there, then that I feel like is huge to help in the ministry. So I don't want to keep rambling on, but I just wanted to kind of jump on and talk to you guys about the new VBS theme. Kathy, I don't know if you caught that in the beginning. It's called Twist and Turns. Super cool. It's based on a board game. But they're going to be talking about Psalms 25:4, which is going to be really awesome. I'm excited. And to kind of talk about how we can support camps. Just be praying this week. You know, youth camp is happening over at Civils. This is their third week. I'm pretty sure that they're dragging. But just be praying that God really encourages the adults and the students and whatever that they're going through. Yeah, I know. I'm excited. I'm super excited, Kathy. So I just want to pray real quick. I'm sorry it's super short. On Friday, I'll try to have a little bit more, but I just kind of wanted to jump on and talk about that kind of stuff today. So I'm just gonna pray real quick, and then I guess I'll send you guys off. I hope you have a good day. So let's pray. Dear God, I just come to you today, and I really pray that you open the hearts of not only the adults but the students that are at youth camp this week, God. And I pray for all the camps that are happening this summer. I pray that you help pave the way for adults and children that need to go. And I know that they're there for a reason, and they're not only there for the super cool t-shirts or lanyards or bracelets, but they're there for you. They're there to learn about you and to learn how to grow in you and grow the relationship in you, God. And I just pray that you send tons of encouragement to all the students and the adults that are at camps this summer, God. And I pray that you just let them know that you will always be there for them no matter what happens. And I pray this in your holy and precious name. Amen. So I will see you guys Friday. And I'm excited because I have some stuff that I will be definitely talking about a little bit more. So I hope you guys have a great Wednesday and Thursday. And I'll kind of wrap stuff up for you guys on Friday. So I hope you guys have a great day.